Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into the Sunday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. We are here on BettingPros.com, always being brought to you by BetMGM. You guys can go and enter into that contest to come here to Vegas. If you opt in, Juice 100 with that new promo code, opt into their promotions, and then $25 or more every bet you make, you will be entered into a chance to win. Every bet is an entry to get in, and they're going to pull that coming up on the 10th of March to come right here to Vegas for March Madness. More on that probably tomorrow on the podcast. I'll give you the full breakdown if you're new and don't know what I'm talking about as of yet. All right, so I don't want to spend a ton of time talking about last night. I don't want to break down a ton, but I will just kind of go through a little bit as to where we were last night. It was a good night, 4-3. Could have been better. Hockey was great. Philadelphia over 6 goals. That was awesome to start the day, and we ended the day with the under for Vegas and San Jose. Marc-Andre Fleury, great in net. Another shutout. I mean, this is just, when you see 6.5s with Marc-Andre Fleury, I'm going to bet the under a lot. I mean, he's just, in 15 starts, he's got 4 shutouts. He's been great. Best goaltender in the league, really, for anyone, for the Knights right now. So that were 2 half-unit bets that cashed. That was great. We got the parlay right with Dominic Cruz getting a good decision there. Sean Brady with a big win. That was plus 225. So that was nice at a quarter unit to get that right because we got the Israel Adesanya to win inside the distance. That wrong. Young Blankovic gets the victory there. Earned it deservingly so. Fight went over like we thought for half a unit. We bet against Amanda Nunes, and that was a mistake. It was a mistake from the first punch. And, I mean, it started off like the first 30 seconds. I was like, okay, this is going to be good. Let's go slow. And then Megan Anderson got caught, and it was over. And it was just real quick, and it was not a fight as much as it was just like a putting somebody out of their misery. How about that with that fight? And then the Petr Yan, I mean, man alive. So we could have gone 5-2, all right? That would have been an awesome night, and that really sucks. I mean, there's no other way around that you have a fight. It's going the way I thought it was going to go. You bet Petr Yan. He's winning on the cards. There was one judge who had it for Aljamain Sterling. I don't know what that guy was looking at. That was not a fight that Sterling was winning, but Yan was dominating. Sterling was tired. His punches had no pop whatsoever. And then the big controversy, whether or not his corner, when he asked, can I hit him, his corner said yes. According to Habib Nurmagomedov in Russian, they said yes. ESPN claims they've got audio of it. I never really heard it during the pay-per-view broadcast, whether or not that actually happened. Maybe in the post-fight they played it. But then in an interview with a producer for ESPN, Petr Yan said that he didn't hear, and that he had been told about putting the hands down, not the knee. And, you know, in the octagon, normally there's a lot of crowd noise, so maybe you could say, well, you know, he didn't hear the referee with crowd noise. You can hear it on the broadcast. You heard the referee say he's grounded. He's grounded. That means you can't hit. And he hit him. And that's just an awful DQ. Now, to me, I don't think you can award a belt like that. I think there should be a rule that states if the champ is disqualified, then it's ruled a no contest and no one wins. And you just go back and fight it again later, because I don't think you can earn a belt that way. That's just, it feels very awkward. It feels weird. And unfortunately, you know, for us that were on Petr Yan, we get the loss, and that just stunk. I guarantee you this morning there's going to be East Coast books who will refund. So probably you guys on the Juice who bet with me on Petr Yan, you might get your money back. I'm not getting my money back. Vegas doesn't do that, but I bet there's going to be, did you get the bad decision? You know, the karma committee, whatever you want to call it. Those guys are going to probably refund your wagers. So you're probably going to get your bet back, maybe up to $25 or something. I don't know. They always have their little silly promotions that they do it, but it pisses off the Vegas bookmakers like it's no tomorrow, because all they hear from their customers are, well, hey, DraftKings did it, or hey, PointsBet did it. Why can't you do it? And the Vegas books hate that. They want no part of that whatsoever. So, you know, here we are. It's fine. 4-3 day. We end the week. It was a really good week. So we end up with a record of 19. What were we? So it's 19-9-1. I think we wound up going for the week, if my math serves correctly. So that's a pretty good end of the week. So not a great Sunday, but then we end it on a 19-9-1 run. So I'll do the math. I'll post it in the comment section or in the description on YouTube I'll put the overall record, and when I tweet it out, I'll add it all up, and I'll give you an actual record as to we go. But it was good. It was a good week. So another winning week, which is good. We end the month of February with a winning month, so that was great. So January sucked. February was a winning month. We're on to March, and let's get rolling here with the month of March. Okay, so here's how I'm going to approach today. Well, before I tell you that, let me just tell you about the new giveaway. So we gave away the Giannis Antetokounmpo jersey. For those of you who weren't interested, if you haven't given us a review on Apple or Stitcher for the podcast, for the Daily Juice, please go and do that. Screenshot it, and then take that picture and go to bettingpros.com/juice and fill out the form. And this month's giveaway is a Coach Mike Krzyzewski signed picture. Now, that's a polarizing giveaway, okay? Some of you would love that. I would love that. I love Coach K. Some of you hate Coach K. I get it. Some of you really, I could see somebody winning that and burning it, okay? I get it, okay? But if you want that and you want to win it, that's going to be our giveaway coming up for March Madness. It is a Coach Mike Krzyzewski autograph signed picture, which I think is pretty cool, from Pristine Auction, that you can win by reviewing the Daily Juice on Stitcher or Apple Podcasts. Okay, so for today, I've got 4 plays that are literally all for fun, okay? I'm going to bet the NBA All-Star Game. And I'm not going to get in some big, long breakdown here. You can fade or follow this. This is an All-Star Game here. I'm not going to go into some big, in-depth breakdown of why I've made 4 plays, and they're all a quarter unit. And we're just going to have some fun with it, okay? And if you don't want to make these bets, I'm not going to get angry with you. This is just what I have bet. It's for the record. And I could go 0-4, and that's just okay. So what? All right, it's a unit. I don't want to lose the unit, but maybe I'll hit one of them. I mean, I hit 1 and 4. Most of them are plus money. So if I hit one of the 4, then or I guess 2 of the 4 are plus money. So I hit one of them, I'll be okay. It's an All-Star game, and it's a Sunday, and I only have 1 hockey play and 1 college basketball play for a half a unit. So I'm not going too heavy, but here's where I'm going for the NBA All-Star Game, okay? And we are going to take Zach LaVine in the three-point shooting contest at plus 500. That's at DraftKings, by the way. So at here in Vegas, he's like plus 360. So I got him at plus 500 at DraftKings. And Steph Curry's the favorite, okay? I never bet the favorite in these things. I'll bet the second favorite. And I think Zach LaVine's had a great year shooting, and he just won that prop bet for us. So he made some money for us. Let's see if Zach LaVine can do it again, and he can beat Steph Curry in the three-point shooting contest. Luka Doncic is plus 250 in the skills competition. I guess given who he's going up against and Luka's ability to pass the basketball the way he does, and I think Luka might actually care. One part about this is, like, do you care about winning this? And I think Luka might care. He's one of the favorites. He's plus 250, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take plus 250 on that. And then the total is 313. It's an all-star game with a three-point shot, and no one plays defense. Anyway, we're going over 313, again, for a quarter unit. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and break this down. And then in an all-star game, I'm going to take the points. I'm not going to go through the roster and break this down. I'm just taking the dog. You're going to give me 3.5 points. I'm going to take the dog. Okay, Team LeBron could blow out Team Durant. Fine. Okay, very possible. But it's an all-star game. I'm not going to get into this and start like breaking this down, being like, ooh, whose benches, whose second unit's going to be better and all this. No, okay, this is a Sunday. We're going to relax and watch an all-star game, have a little money on it for fun. And if it doesn't cash, it doesn't cash, okay? Like, I'm basically lighting a unit on fire here, okay? If I hit any of these bets, great. If I don't, I'm not going to be upset, okay? I'm not going to be mad. It's just, this is part of the fun with sports gambling. It doesn't always have to be so serious, okay? It doesn't always have to be so much like you have to have a big bet on something, or you got to do like a whole bunch of research and like drill it down. What are you going to bet? Not really something that I'm too concerned about. It's just my own personal philosophy, guys. So again, if you don't want to bet this, you want to fade it, you want to go a different direction, not going to get mad at you for doing that. But 4 bets on the NBA All-Star Game. Zach LaVine to win the NBA three-point shooting contest. We're going to take that for a quarter unit. We are taking Luka Doncic in the skills competition at plus 250 for a quarter unit. Again, not getting too crazy. Over 313 because, well, it's an over in an all-star game in a year where no one plays any defense. So we're going to go over 313, and I'm going to take the points for Team Durant at plus 3.5 because, well, it's it's an all-star game and giving me points in an all-star game, I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Okay, so one play in college basketball to get into here right now. So Iowa and Wisconsin are playing. Iowa's -6.5 on senior day. This is a pretty impressive Iowa senior class, saying goodbye to a lot of players and saying goodbye to what I think is going to be an emotional day inside of Carver Hawkeye Arena. The line is 6.5. When Iowa played at Wisconsin, they were catching 1.5 points, and they won by 15. Iowa beat Nebraska by 38 points in their last game. They beat Ohio State by 16 points in their last game. You could say they're playing really, really well. And for a senior day, this is why I bet the Creighton Blue Jays yesterday, okay, to blow out Butler, even without Greg McDermott there, was because of senior day. Senior day is always really special. You're almost always going to get a sick effort from the seniors. It's if you watch the end of the North Carolina Duke game when they put the seniors in and everybody was going crazy, it's just an overly emotional day. And oftentimes, the better team just spanks the other team because you don't match that emotion. You're not saying goodbye to your seniors. You're playing on the road. You're just going to go play a basketball game. So, Iowa -6.5. I laid it here with the Hawkeyes at home against Wisconsin. Wisconsin hasn't covered in 4 of their last 5 games. They were 2-point favorites. 2-point dogs to Purdue, lost by 4. 4.5-point favorites at home to Illinois, they lost by 5. Things just go in the wrong direction for the Wisconsin Badgers right now. We're going to take Iowa -6.5 here for a half a unit. And one play in the NHL. We've been really hot in hockey. Things have been going really well in hockey, but I don't love the games coming up here today, and I'm just going to go, as I said, I'm going to go light here on a Sunday and kind of get more heavily into it on a Monday. But Tampa Bay is at Chicago. They lost to the Blackhawks in overtime in the last game. Vasilevsky's coming back, okay? He didn't play Friday night. He's playing here, okay? Tampa's offense, coupled with their great goaltender coming back, this is a game where I'm all over Tampa, okay? I think Tampa's going to blow out Chicago. I know they're playing better. I get it, but this is after you beat the Lightning with a backup goaltender. They get their great goaltender back, and their offense, I could see this being a 3-1 win, okay, for the Tampa Bay Lightning, a 4-1 win, somewhere in that range. We're going to bet the puck line for Tampa Bay here at +152 for Tampa Bay. Puck line +152 up against the Chicago Blackhawks to bounce back from Friday, get a big victory, and to go ahead and have Vasilevsky in net today and put up some big numbers for Tampa with their offense. So that's where we're going with that. Those are the plays. It's a little bit of a shorter podcast because it's very, very late here. It's over 11 o'clock here on the West Coast, so I got to crash and go to bed. But fun night on the Discord. Fun night watching bets and plays and picks with you guys. Had a good week. I'm not going to bet NASCAR, but if I do, I will let you know. I might have an ad for the NASCAR race coming up here on a Sunday. That's the one thing I am looking at. I haven't found a bet that I like. I've kind of seen a couple of different things that I might jump into, and just kind of at the close, I'll give you a little bit of a couple of the leans that I've got for NASCAR, and I may add, because the race is here in Las Vegas, so it's always really fun to get involved with NASCAR when the race is here. The favorite is Kevin Harvick. Harvick has been just dominant, and I think Kevin Harvick in the top 10 is -260. It's like, come on, can you really even bet that? Harvick in the top 3, though, is +190. Denny Hamlin in the top 3 is +250. To win it, Harvick is +600. But that Hamlin top 3, I'm eyeballing that at +250. And I'm also eyeballing in the top 10. I'm looking at Kyle Busch at -160. Vegas guy. Can you come in the top 10? Hasn't had a great year so far. Came in second place in the truck race on Friday night. John Hunter Nemechek won the race. So I'm not there yet. I haven't made up my mind. I'll poke around. I may have a NASCAR play. I know a bunch of you guys are asking, like, are you going to bet NASCAR on Sunday? Yeah, I might, okay? So in the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/juice, you may have a half a unit or a quarter unit ad for that. We do have the Bryson DeChambeau bet going today, by the way. That's still alive here on a Sunday. Bryson is one shot behind the leaders for the Arnold Palmer. He did do that drive that I talked about on the 6th hole yesterday. He did drive the fairway over the water and crushed a golf ball. I mean, it was nuts. 115 feet up in the air and 190-something, 5-mile-per-hour golf ball speed off the club face. It was crazy. So we'll watch that with golf. See, Ricky is horrible. Ricky is 6 over. He's in last place. So Ricky Fowler, that bet's dead. But hopefully we get Bryson DeChambeau in the top 10 to cash at plus 160. So that would be nice to get that to make up for the Ricky bet that did not cash for us. So let's hopefully we get out kind of with a flat, little down a little bit, but a little bit, basically a flat Arnold Palmer with those two bets that we've got rolling. The plus 650 would have been nice with Ricky, but just simply did not come through with Ricky Fowler. He barely made the cut on top of that. So we got golf going. I may add NASCAR, 1 college basketball, 1 NHL play, 4 plays on the NBA All-Star Game coming up here for today on a Sunday. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt every single morning. It's the Daily Juice podcast right here on BettingPros.com, brought to you by BetMGM.